Hi, I'm Jennifer from Adult Services. Since the global pandemic has really curtailed our options for traveling and exploring the world, you might be ready to discover new worlds and cultures through the pages of a good book. So here are 3 fantasy novels that will sweep you off to fictional lands described in vivid detail. First, the novel Empire of Sand by Tasha Suri, our Fantasy Fiction Fanatics Book Club selection for August, draws from the historical Mughal Empire to create a magical world based on the dreams of enslaved gods. In the Amban Empire, the Amrithi are outcasts, persecuted for their connection to their Daiva ancestors, but pursued for the magic in their blood. Mare, an illegitimate daughter of an imperial governor and an exiled mother, practices the dances of her Amrithi heritage in secret until the night she dances with the desert storm. Her power draws the emperor's most feared mystics, and she is quickly caught in an arranged marriage and taken away to join the mystics in their work. But the more she learns about her husband Amun, the mystics and their leader, the Maha, and the work she is expected to do, she realizes she must resist the mystics' agenda and avoid the vengeance of the gods. The book's leisurely pace gives you time to immerse yourself in the lush world building and to get caught up in the personal and ethical struggles Mare must face on her journey. This is definitely a book you won't want to rush through. The next book, The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty, is the first in a trilogy based on Middle Eastern culture and legend. The story begins on the streets of 18th century Cairo, where Nari lives a rough existence using her trickster skills of palm reading, sleight of hand, and other schemes. But when she accidentally summons Dara, a mysterious jinn warrior during one of her cons, she learns to believe in magic. Forced to escape Cairo, Nari relies on Dara to guide her to the legendary city of Daevabad. Behind the brass walls laced with enchantments, Nari finds an uneasy balance between the 6 jinn tribes, a dangerous web of court politics, a brewing revolution, and the limitations of her own magic and schemes. The fantasy world in this book and its sequels, The Kingdom of Copper and The Empire of Gold, is set within the historical Ottoman Empire, but combines it with legends of the genie to create an intricate magical realm. Again, there's a lot to discover in these pages, so take your time and savor the journey. Finally, if you want to stick with more familiar locations, but add a little magic and some fantastical creatures to the mix, you might want to pick up The City We Became, the first book in a brand new trilogy by award-winning author N.K. Jemisin. In this fictional world, every city has a soul, but New York City has 5, and they have just awakened. Unfortunately, the reason for their awakening is an ancient evil stirring beneath the earth, threatening to obliterate the city. The protectors notice strange white tendrils sprouting from the earth and spreading on the backs of the city's inhabitants, and unless these 5 protectors work together to stop this bizarre invasion, New York doesn't stand a chance. Only the first book in this trilogy is out, and the pacing is slow in paces as you learn more about the protectors and how they come together. But overall, the book captures some of the energy and vibrant diversity that makes New York such a compelling city, and the story has me eager for the next installment. All of these books are in the collection here at the Worcester branch, so if you're interested in reading them, call us to request them. You can also find the e-books on Overdrive, along with the e-audiobooks for City of Brass and The City We Became. Let us know if you're learning about more fantasy fiction, and consider participating in our monthly Fantasy Fiction Fanatics Book Club. We meet on Skype the first Wednesday of every month, and we invite you to join us. Happy reading!